typically bounce back and make adjustments. So you got to lean a little bit in Chance's favor in this match, I think, in my opinion.
You're absolutely right. I mean, LAN experience does get you very far. It's always fascinating watching people who have practiced a lot online kind of get into a situation where, yeah, they are going to be going to a LAN. And, you know, most of the times I have to admit that, you know, the pressure kind of gets to them, but that's all part of the learning experience. It's not easy.
It's not, you know, and I remember like when I was wiping sweat, like during a match, middle of a match on LAN, like my palms were sweating. I was wiping them on my pants and everything. So yeah, nerves are huge, you know.
Yeah.
I remember that was my first LAN experience, and that's how nerve-wracking it was for me. So I can imagine, you know, especially now with the big bucks on the line. You know, I was paying for a measly couple $1,000s.
Oh, how quaint that seems now. Yeah.
It does, right?
All right, but as you can see, we are loaded in here. Back to Blood Run, and I'm sure it will as we have Chance and Dooi ready to go here. We've actually got Anarchy, Ranger, and Nyx for Chance, Anarchy, Ranger, and Nyx for Dooi. So we might have a real mirror match on our hands, but we're going to have to see how they arrange things. Here we go. No good luck from Dooi. He doesn't want his opponent to have any luck. Just have fun while I beat you.
That's right. I like that.
All right, so Dooi spawning at rocket launcher.
Right off the back.
It's not a bad place to be. I mean, he can at least look over at armor, making sure that his opponent's not going to be getting too close to him, and immediately goes in for that, yep, that spectacle on the Ghost Walk. And ends up getting an armor out of it, so not too bad there.
Yeah, good play by Dooi, because Chance, I believe he tried to pop his, he popped his Ghost Walk, because I was watching Dewey's perspective. He heard the portal, so even though he was invisible, he had some rockets waiting for him when he came out of Ghost Walk, so it was a smart play.
All right, and so far it's paying off for him, at least in terms of the item grabs. I mean, when it's Nyx on Nyx, a little that can go a long way, especially with rails like that. Nice shot out of Dooi, fading out through the teleporter. And Chance isn't even showing up there. Doesn't want to take the... Well, all right. It's 2017. It's a new game. It's a new cup. I have to say, he didn't want to take the chance. There, I've got it out of the way. We're good now. All right, but Dooi still doing a bulk of the damage here, but coming down through LG is always kind of a risky way to start off the fight as they trade rails. Whales, actually, you know, save the whales. But we've got Dooi taking a lot here, stacking back up on the one armor using that Ghost Walk. Not offensively, not defensively, just making sure that he's going to get a safe item.
Little miscalculation by Dooi there. I thought he took a bad route after that initial exchange of rails. Could have really been here for that heavy armor. So now Chance is back in control, in my opinion, due to a poor route decision by Dooi there. Good play and good rail by Chance, and he recognized that Dooi didn't have position on that heavy armor anymore. So now he's got the mega. He is now the cat.
Yep. But that's a role that when it's Nyx v Nyx can trade very, very quickly. It's a very low TTK for both of these guys. Oh, geez, and there's a direct rocket.
Like
I mean, that is, yep, there it is. That's plenty of reason. And that's when you have both Nyxes go. That's actually a little bit unusual. Usually, you have the second Nyx go Ghost Walk after the first one pops out, but he didn't even want to take that chance, that risk. He didn't want to have like a rocket immediately there. Yeah, wanted to make sure it was safe.
I mean, Dooi hit him with that rocket, and I think he didn't realize Chance didn't go for heavy armor right away. He could have got that heavy armor. He let Chance have that a little bit. It's a good ambush there.
And now they just caught over there. Oh, geez, again, Dooi, just really precise usage of the Ghost Walk. Gets him bounced up against the teleporter, doesn't let him through, and just shuts him down. So that's one Nyx down. It's going to be Anarchy back on the map now. As items are coming up, oh,
gotta
damn,
be careful.
Dooi down to 7 health. Needs to get back out of there. As you can hear, Chance coming his way.
You need to back off for Dooi right now. He had 7 health out of that exchange.
Oh my god. And with, you know, just barely any health, still getting 66 damage off of a rocket, and even 31 off of a fadeaway one like that. This is really ballsy by just staying here. And he didn't see him. Will this last rocket find him? Yeah, if he didn't fire a rocket, I think he might have actually been able to get out of there alive. But nope, that's going to even the tables here as it's now Ranger v Anarchy.
Good recovery by Chance. Coming in, flying with that Anarchy. Little careless Dooi, you know. Seen some players do it when they get that first frag. You kind of let off the gas a little bit, you know, thinking they got a free, 3 seconds to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
And you got to be careful with that attitude.
He's waiting there on the corner, and Chance, he's played this game before. He knows what's up. And Dooi has just been shut down. It's only Anarchy left alive for Dooi now. And Chance doesn't exactly have a great stack here. He can recover health, and he's already got major armor. but he wants to see if he can get a little bit more out of this fight first.
A good play by Chance right now.
Yeah, Dewey actually left
he missed
the
that
Mega
Mega,
wide
though.
open. Yeah, that was really messy on both of their parts. I mean, Dewey went really wide to come back into the Mega.
Nice rail.
As Chance, he's running some himself, and that armor comes up just in time to save him from another potential rail. He's looking for the play through the teleport. He's going to push him on through as Dewey's trying to recover in the blood.
Good aggression there by Chance. He knew Dewey was hiding down there. He didn't have any stack. I mean, you're going to sit there, you know, and it delays a little bit, so now he has that Mega clean.
He's going to hear it down the staircase. Nice little bit of spam there from Dewey, but it's going to be Chance getting the key on where Dewey is. And Dewey didn't move either. He was kind of hanging out on the top of the stairs. So that's going to be a relatively fast first round going over to Chance.
Prepare to fight.
Yeah, it started off interesting. Dewey made some tactical errors. Chance jumped back in control and really put some pressure on Dewey, and he couldn't recover. Nice rockets there at the end by Chance. The placement was just excellent.
Yeah. All right, so fairly standard start there, at least as far as power-ups go. But we're not going to be seeing a lot of weapons out of Dewey right off the bat. He's going to have to go pretty wide to get that rocket launcher. And I think at this point, anytime Chance gets an inkling of where Dewey's kind of set up, he's able to put the pressure on him pretty effectively. So coming through the teleport himself, we're not seeing Dewey throw off any spam there. He's actually coming back into the armor room, and Chance finds him and oh my god, using the little banister there, or the banister, to avoid the rocket damage. Really well played, and 2 solid rails means that Chance will not only be getting the first but second frag this round.
Yeah, he's came off the pad there and spawn pad and just went, you know, right for the rocket, jumping down. Just again, this is where I think some of this tournament experience is really coming into play. You know.
There's the LG float, and it's going to be a mutual
great
frag.
shot.
Great shot, but it's just a party favor out of Dewey. So another round goes over to Chance.
Prepare to fight.
Solid play by Chance. Some errors by Dewey. You know, Chance is a solid player, and he's landing some really good rockets right now. Chance is on top of everything.
As we come back into it, they're both
starting. He hit some pretty good rails too.
It's actually the same startup, I think. Just a little bit of a different setup on the champions. And you can hear the jumps down below, down towards Mega. He's actually trying to see if he's going to come up that jump pad, but that armor sound is going to scare him off before it's rocket launcher. He must think he's up by the catwalk or on the staircase, but he's neither. A couple more seconds and he might have actually been right there. But he doesn't have a rocket launcher either, so he was really banking on everything with the shotgun.
The efficiency of Dewey's doing really good with the rocket launcher, actually, with the damage he's hitting. But
what game is this? All right. I don't know why Chance was standing there. On match point here on Blood Run. First map here in the series, of course. All right. And we'll be having
both these guys when they're landing. I'm looking at the stats. You know, when both these guys are landing some punishing rockets on average. They're both averaging about 50 damage per rocket landed. So that means they're landing some heavy stuff here and there.
Stopwatch.
All right, so nothing really decisive from Dewey or Chance just yet here, but Chance being down a champ doesn't really help going into the latter half of this round. Then again, it's still a Nyx, then you just have to catch her at the right moment. And wow, Dewey's just waiting so long for this, and he is rewarded for it. He gets 90 damage off of that rocket, and a good follow-up as Chance is just trying to push in on this Mega, thinking that after a rocket like that, he can just barrel into it. I mean, he has the adrenaline, he can still recover at will, but that is just so much damage that Dewey did after sitting literally in one spot for a good 10 seconds. That's crazy. And there's the Ghost Walk play. The shotgun doesn't quite get the love that it needs to, only 6 damage there. And that does happen from time to time. It's a great shotgun, but maybe not the most trustworthy.
Yeah, you got to make sure you hit people with all those little pellets. Probably could have came out flying with the rocket launcher, would have been more advised. Again, kind of this reversal of fortune here. Chance now has has control. A little bit of a tactical error by Dewey in terms of his route decisions,
jeez.
or use a little work.
Dewey's still a little bit on tilt here. He has a nice rocket. Doesn't connect, but reminds Chance that he won't be pushing it on him for free here. Dewey's expecting a yellow armor to be right behind him, or right below him, but nope, wrong game, dude. He's looking for the rail. I mean, how many times has Dewey just managed to get completely behind Chance and take him utterly by surprise? I mean, say what you will about his plus back and his camping. The ability to do that against a player like Chance is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, he's getting off some shots. It's not gonna. He's pretty good right now. I mean, he's just gonna back off and play defensive. Oh, good push by Chance. He's gonna come right back at him right now.
Jeez.
Oh.
And another,
wow.
I mean, for that room, that was a clean play.
That was Dewey just kind of went for it there instead of,
Yeah.
if I'm going to die, you're going to die with me, and he walked out of there alive.
And there's the 225s.
Just got to be careful of camping too much.
I like that, though. I mean, he waited before taking the 225s. He wanted to make sure it wouldn't give his position away. But he's back up to 75 and 50. Natural stack for Nyx. And his plus back rockets are so effective here. Jeez.
Yeah, you got to run him into it. I mean, Chance is the one who has to make the play, so.
He's going utterly silent as well. Chance has walked on by him without noticing he's up there. I mean, it's 4 seconds to it, and it's going to work. He's like, all right, fine, let's just take a victory lap on the Ghost Walk. There we have it. But that gets him on in a really cheeky way. It gets him onto the board. But, man, it's going to be a frustrating fight for Chance if that keeps happening.
Round begins in.
Yeah, he's got a little unfortunate little bounces here and there, especially that last one when he's pushing in for the kill to tie it. You know, Dewey was really low. He just kind of popped up with a rocket, and it was fortunate to live himself.
All right, Dewey making that Ghost Walk to secure the grab of the armor. Always a little bit of a risky play because if your opponent, you know, has seen a game or two before, he's not going to be all that eager to let you have it. But still Nyx on Nyx here. Dewey with the slight advantage. Neither player really sure of where the other is, as they're both going pretty quiet. Well, Chance has let himself be known there at Mega. Dewey's looking for the rocket. Doesn't get a connection on that one. 5 seconds to armor, and Dewey doesn't look all that eager to show up for it. He's going to be camping out for it. Chance actually wants to do damage before the armor's taken away, allowing Dewey to Ghost Walk through him, get back through him. And my God, even though we have Chance coming up on the Ghost Walk, it's going to be too late to prevent the grab of the armor. So really bizarre play, but it's one that Dewey ended up coming out on top of.
Yeah, very, very strange sequence of events there, right? When it seemed like Dewey was playing, you know, a little too passively, Chance overextended and gave him an opportunity to move in and take that armor.
All right, Dewey heard the jump pad. And look at this, Chance just standing on it for a second after taking it. Neither player is eager to get into a committed fight here. They both want to be super paranoid about where their opponent's at. But so far, Dewey's got the sound cues here. There's a good sound cue for Chance as armor's taken away. Especially after that rocket, too. But Chance is just hanging out up there.
Yeah, very curious. Just at least, I don't know, just trying to drop some damage. Why give him all that stuff for free? I mean, it's a tie game right now. It's anybody's game. So first frag is going to be very pivotal.
But the fact that both of these players have to be incredibly sneaky is setting a really nice tone for the match here. This one, that means it'll take a little while before things come to a conclusion, but every fight's going to be worth it. Dewey going silent here up by rocket launcher. Did he think he needed health?
No, I think he's really trying to wait for that Ghost Walk.
Yeah. So we heard one rocket mid-map. And armor's going to come back up. Dewey saw, or rather heard, the teleporter. And it didn't look like he was really ready for it, though. He gets 34 damage off of that rocket. But yeah, standing there, he's going to be open to all sorts of damage. 4 damage on the rocket, all right. So there's Mega and armor taken away by Chance. So now Dewey really has a reason to kind of be defensive here. And once again, Chance just runs right by him, not knowing he's there. There's Dewey going invisible. Looking for a chance to drop down, but, you know, if Chance had stuck around, Dewey might have been in some real trouble. Didn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah. He's I think his luck's, if he keeps playing with this style of play, his luck's gonna run out here unless Chance, of course, does him a favor, does something silly and runs into some rockets. But he's playing really defensively right now with his Nyx. He's not getting the most out of being aggressive with it. Oh, it's a good shot there though.
All right, yeah, and a rocket like that really opens things up, and he's looking for the last little bit of damage. We saw Chance already anticipating that he was going to be right in his face. So Dewey really didn't get a frag out of that, but it came close for both of them.
Expecting, it seems like he plays pretty passive without the ability up, which makes sense, but there's probably some more opportunities, I think, maybe for Dewey sometimes to push.
Nyx v Nyx usually means that, both abilities are getting used close to the same time, which means you have a lot of these little periods where neither of them has a ghost walk and neither of them really wants to commit. All right, might catch him here. Oh, he's actually still invisible. He's going to be behind him. Oh, but he whiffs the rocket, and he's able to go invisible himself. Oh, what a whiffed ambush, and now he's going to be up against the wall, and that rocket has cost him, if not the game, then at least the round.
Oh, he whiffed that first. He had him dead to rights. He just missed it, and then just what a unfortunate turn of events for Chance. It's very unfortunate.
So Heavy's going to be up and taken by Chance. Now Dewey, you know that he's going to want to, plus back this thing for the next 20 seconds, but he's not going to have the option. As Anarchy pulls it together, and we might be seeing a Ranger Anarchy overtime here. Yikes. I mean, neither of them are really eager to go into it. I think they're a little bit fed up with each other now after all of that silent play with Nyx. They want to fight. They want it to happen. I mean, look at this rocket jump from Chance, but it's not going to be happening quickly enough to cause it. But because it's sudden death and not just overtime, I mean, Chance, if he wants to, he can keep this aggression going, hoping to kind of carry over on Dewey. But as we've seen from Dewey before, his Ranger play with the Dire Orb is nothing to laugh at.
Yeah, well, don't get telefragged. I mean,
that would be a start.
That's something you gotta worry about. So, but Chance is in great shape right now.
Stopwatch.
All right, so Chance should have a really nice advantage at this point, at least in terms of stack. Let's see how long it lasts. Oh, he's just down there by the teleporter. He's going to be throwing down a little bit of spam, and Dewey's more than happy. Dewey's not an anxious person. He's willing to walk around a corner and go,
trying to...
You still out there? Yeah? All right. So Chance is tired of him wasting his time. He's going to come around and be ready for this Mega. Dewey is literally walking to the Mega. Oh, he's here. He's not going to be able to do anything about the pickup, though. He's just going to get information and then leave. But leave to what? Is it going to be heavy armor? He's not in position for it. He can, maybe rocket jump up to it. Teleporter would be weird right now. I know he's going up the stairs.
Yeah, you could tell he just doesn't want to give up anything.
Jeez. Yeah, neither of them do. But look at this, Dewey's still being incredibly quiet. And losing track of where your opponent's out on Blood Run can have disastrous consequences. Because in the meantime, you're throwing down spam, you're being really loud around the map. Oh, you heard the Anarchy, though. Whisk the rail.
Yeah, but he's giving up the entire map. Chance just has his run, but yeah, it could get Chance. Chance just got to be careful right now, not to get too lazy and comfortable running back and forth and thinking, all of a sudden he could pop out of nowhere. So,
I mean, we've seen Dewey do it before, where he gets completely behind Chance, and even when Chance gets behind Dewey, it didn't quite go his way, which is tragic, really. All right. But yeah, you're right. I mean, Chance is getting a lot of these items largely for free. We do have an armor going to Dewey, however.
Yeah, that was big for Dewey to get that heavy. Because, he's got the advantage in terms of stack. If he lands a good first hit, Chance is gonna be in trouble.
Nice. All right, so a little bit of plus forward for the armor there. Especially worthwhile, knowing that you can recover on a Mega and your opponent's already down by the teleporter. It's quote-unquote safe. You can take the rail but still come out on top of that exchange. A rail.
Yeah, missed opportunity there for Dewey. He set up the ambush, didn't connect.
Yeah.
Get some damage there, though.
All right, 3 minutes into overtime here as armor's coming back up in a second. The spam is going to tell Dewey where Chance is at. But once again, he could just convert directly from armor to mega. So until Dewey does something about that, he's not going to be getting any items for free.
Yeah, some missed opportunity. Again, I know he was spamming, but Dewey's got to keep track of, what his possible stack is. He was just sitting there at 50 health, so maybe if he took a different angle or got there quickly, he's got some missed opportunities, I think, because he's playing a little too passive in spots, the walking around, which is good, and I understand what he's doing. He's listening and trying to get cues, but at some point, you're going to have to make a play.
Yeah. And the proof of that is only borne out when, Dewey actually manages to get some good spam damage off of him. But so far, he's not looking too eager to do that either. All right, so Dewey's going to be a little bit louder here. Like, damage-wise, I'm pretty sure Dewey's looking for that telefrag. Like, he's been waiting by teleporter exits, he's been waiting around corners, not committing when his opponent is just going right by him. He's looking for that dire ward play. He knows that it can be a complete blitzkrieg if it works out for him.
Stopwatch.
And normally I wouldn't say that somebody's just trying to use their ability, but I think in Dewey's case, it's kind of accurate. Yeah, look at this.
Well,
he's like, all right, come up the stairs. I got some nice orbs for you.
Just needs one good combo is all he needs.
Yeah.
Anarchy's dead, so.
I mean, this is sort of map point for Dewey here. He needs to not lose out this Ranger. Alright, he sees that armor's up, and this is where Chance starts to bait things out a little bit more. This is where, both players are going to be looking at an item, and they're like, alright, I don't need the item, so go get it. And the other guy's like, well, I'm going to hurt if I try to get the item.
Chance knows this is a trap.
Yeah. Oh, but the trap goes wide. That rocket just does not connect.
A little too transparent. Where have you been, and why is this armor just sitting there?
Yeah.
So a chance, some of that experience coming into play there. You recognize that.
If you can't see that, that's a trap. I don't know. You don't need. I hope you don't need a lot of experience to see that. All right, but Chance is trying to push it forward a little bit here, and he's got a couple solid rockets so far. Looking for the rail, whiffs it, and he can be punished for that. There's the adrenaline to get him out of the fight, and as the dust settles, this might turn into things kind of resetting. That was a huge chance that Chance took, and it didn't go his way. I mean, it almost cost him, but thankfully, Anarchy's got a needle ready to go.
Yeah, he was almost got out of. Was almost unlucky. He almost didn't get out of that. Good thing he did, but yeah, he overextended. I think you could clearly see Chances trying to push the issue, and Dewey's kind of trying to spoil him and run him into some stuff, and that's just like that. Because Dewey knows all it takes is two good rockets. And,
oh my God!
And now he's.
That said, I mean, every time Chance kind of loses his focus for just a second, Dewey's there to punish. The reason why the last few minutes have been so slow is because Chance has been paying attention to everything Dewey's potentially doing. The minute he lets up, Dewey's hurting him. So there's armor taken. Mega's still up and available, but Chance might have lost this one. Or Dewey's going to look for the fight instead. He's like, armor's enough. They're going to lose each other. Oh, but he heard the, was that a rail out?
Yeah, he heard the rail out.
Yeah. More damage on the rocket, jeez. Alright, so that Mega was up for a long, long time, almost an entire item cycle. So if Chance was expecting to find it here, I don't think he was in a position to hear it either. This could be a problem for Chance, if he's willing to wait here.
Yeah, he doesn't really have an idea when it's up.
Chance was looking at that teleporter exit sound like it was right next to him, like, what? Oh, okay.
Dewey's got to be willing to push. I know it's a bit of a risk, but with the stack, he got to dive bomb in there and get that Anarchy.
All right, so Chance only has Mega and natural armor. Coming through the teleporter, they're going to meet at the catwalk potentially, and Dewey's going to hear it. Chance doesn't know that, though. Dewey knows that he's back in this room. Look, he's just walking. He's like... It's like Jason or something. Are we in Crystal Lake? All right, so Chance is just going to be leaving it at that point. He's taking a clean exit. And as soon as Dewey sees a rocket splash, he goes, nope, not that way. But it's going to be LG on LG here, a nasty fight. I mean, Chance still has adrenaline ready to go. But can he actually catch Dewey here as he makes the teleporter exit? 50 damage is worth it, certainly. But he's able to fade over around the corner just in time. So 12 seconds to Mega. Dewey could actually benefit from that Mega. Is he going to take the bait? Is it going to be bait, or is Chance's going to sit on it? Yeah, okay. He decided it wasn't worth it.
He just does not want to give up that last frag, Dewey.
I mean, I can't blame him entirely. This is the frag that he needs. Just the one. And there's LG on the exits. Chance is going to RJ up for armor, and he's going to have the opportunity to push in on this room as well. And Dewey's still in there. He has not made a hasty escape. He hasn't even really committed to the room. He's still back in the corner. I mean, he's literally cornered, but Chance cannot catch him without being incredibly sneaky. And he can't be fast about it, because that'll mean he'll be loud.
Well, he's respecting Dewey's rockets, and you know he's kind of worried about rushing in there. So, but somebody's got to make a move here. I mean, they're sitting here
making
just
moves.
at a stalemate.
We can't say they're not making
But,
moves.
Yeah, they're making moves.
Yeah. It's a lot of.
You can see Dewey's really trying to avoid confrontation right now.
All right, so guys, if you thought that.
And Chance, Chance naturally doesn't want to give it to him. Chance
Right,
doesn't
sure.
want to just run in there, and
Yeah.
but so it's just interesting right now.
There's enough respect here, and there's enough work done by Chance to make it. So yeah, I really want to get this round. Want to put this one in the bag. Because otherwise, you might be facing down another round just like this one. And who wants that? All right, so is there actually a Guinness World Record for longest Quake match? Because, I'm sure
I don't know.
the QuakeCon 2016 finals were up there. We might be making a mark.
I'm having flashbacks to those 20-minute matches we used to play.
Yeah, this was just, par for the course back in the day. Anybody who's watching Quake Champions has said that they wanted 10-minute duels. Well, here you are. Alright, so a lot of spam on the corners here. Again, more free items for Chance. And he's got his ability ready to go, so he can take pretty much a free attack against Dewey whenever he likes. He has to assume that Dewey, either hasn't left the room or... Oh, yeah, he's going to know now. Wow! The rocket to rail taking him down to 18 health. No more armor for him until he gets that pickup, and it's a good thing he did. Otherwise, he was completely railable. Chance coming back into it now that Dewey's left the room. And now Dewey's waiting for him on... Oh, he's coming up the stairs now. They're going to completely miss each other. All right.
Jeez,
I'm going to completely crack pretty soon here. Wow. All right. So there's Armor to Mega. And again, he's making sure that the timing between those two is pretty tight. But there's the telefrag that he wanted for 10 minutes. 11 minutes. Oh, my.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow.
He really worked for that.
Round begins in 3, 2,
We did it.
1.
Here we go.
We made it. We made it.
Let's see if Chance is able to get some early fights and just completely shut Dewey down here, as I'm sure he'll be completely incentivized to do.
That's got to be really frustrating for Chance. Let me just tell you, mentally, he needs to make sure he's not on. He's not on tilt right now. He needs
here. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to be careful to keep his mind on the game, because that could easily frustrate somebody.
All right, I'm gonna
and get them like completely off their rocker.
I hope nobody hates me for this, but I'm gonna switch to Chance's POV. I think I'll be forgiven. All right, so Chance is looking for these rails. Dewey's gonna be down below. Interesting that Chance immediately looked at the teleporter exit, like it would have taken another 2 seconds for him to get there. You might be able to hear him up on the room, especially making a wall jump up there. Yep. He's ready for it, and Dewey doesn't know it. There's the ambush, but again, the ambush from Chance goes wide. The damage is really good. They're both incredibly weak. He can take the 225s at the top of the stairs, but with Mega up, are they going to clash there, or is... Well, he spammed off against it. That really kind of opened the door for Dewey to get out of there. Wow. So 3 seconds until Chance gets his Ghost Walk back. It's still Nyx on Nyx here.
Let's see if we can go for 20 minutes this time.
Yeah. I mean, before...
I kid. I kid, chat. I'm joking.
You think you're joking. I mean, the thing is that, I mean, that was both a 1-1 frag situation going into that overtime. And now, oof. I mean, that was Ranger and Anarchy. It wasn't even Nyx v Nyx. I mean, it was Nyx v Nyx that got us to the overtime. But I'm betting that Chance is only going to be moderately aggressive until maybe the last minute here. I mean, he wants to make this clean. He wants to make sure that he can, you know, go home tonight. I mean, he's probably home, but he wants to go to bed, I'm sure. But that's where these endurance matches come in. Got to be in it for the long haul. Bold strategy, you know, just diving right down onto the rail, you know, butt first. It worked. Dooi missed.
Chances just got to try to read this guy, I guess, and get a good ambush. It's really hard though because he's just walking everywhere.
Yeah.
But there's some plays I guess he can try to make. I mean, he's been trying obviously, but it's really tough with the ghost walk ability. And
yeah, I mean, the Nyx v Nyx play is to do enough damage to force your opponent to be the first one to ghost walk. If you're the first one to ghost walk, yeah, I mean,
Stopwatch.
it's cool that you're able to use it to secure an item. If you're the first one who can ghost walk and you force your opponent to, then yeah, you get the item. Great. You're not going to get the damage. All right, so 3 minutes knocked off here. And their stacks are actually pretty even. Chance drops down as Dooi goes through the teleport. We hear armor's taken away. 2 seconds to Mega, and yeah, Dooi's not up there. Through the teleporter, Dooi's gonna hear it. And there's the spam, and no rail from Chance there. But there's the ghost walk, and Chance was, well, not really ready for it, but he was ready to respond at least. He must have heard the pop at least.
good attempt. I don't know if he heard it or not, because it seemed like he was pretty ready for it.
And it must be said that, you know, Chance is not going plus forward here because Dooi has proven that he can handle himself in those situations.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
This is the reaction to that.
Running in.
Yeah. All right, so Chance going silent. We've got armor taken by Dooi. Mega kind of in the hands of, of Chance, like 1 pip. That's great. But he's going to hear Dooi coming around that jump pad here pretty soon. Nope, okay. It's actually still down below. Missed opportunity for the pickup, or rather the rail on the Mega. 3 seconds to armor, and Chance has put himself a little bit out of position in order to maybe make a scene on the armor. I mean, the scene happens, but they just trade damage there. 33, not bad.
Yeah, neither man looking to engage. It's
all right, final 20 seconds of our non-overtime play here. But this is the last round on Blood Run. All right, so there's Mega taken away. Armor in 8 seconds. Chance might be able to force Dooi off of it here. Yeah, I mean, Dooi knows that Chance is not at the point where he's trapping items, so if he sees one up, he's going to take it. And so far, they're avoiding each other enough. It's a nasty place to be. Dooi went Ghost Walk first, though. This... Oh! All right, I got nothing for that. That was difficult to watch. It was like Chance dropping down and Dooi not dropping down, and then Dooi dropping down right at the end of that, and it was just... That was ugly. That was really ugly. However, it means that they both kind of whiff things up a little bit, and once again, items are going to trade. 30 seconds into overtime, and now it is actually sudden death Nyx v Nyx. But Chance actually got Dooi to panic first and push his Ghost Walk.
He did, but he didn't get any real damage before the Ghost Walk,
right.
And he had already taken some, and yeah, it wasn't in a great spot.
Was not ideal, no. There's Mega given away. Chance is looking for Dooi up the jump pad, but no, he's going to be ready for the rail. And there's the 225s to recover. And that's exactly what Dooi needs to be punishing. If he's able to get those initial shots, great. He cannot wait for the telefrag this time around, which he actually did.
I agree.
He actually needs to get some initial damage in and then trap some of these 25s.
He's got to follow it up with something.
All right, Chance is still being incredibly respectful here. So there's the rocket play. He's going to hear him up top by the armor. But Dewey actually goes down instead of coming up the stairs and preventing the pickup. Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, he could have really, because he hit him with the rocket. He picked up the heavy armor and got the kill.
Got them. Wow. So
a little bit of thing, but yeah, he had an opportunity. Is basically what I was saying. Cause he's playing so passive, he's missing some opportunities. He could have hit that heavy armor and came right back with his ghost walk and pushed into that room because Chance didn't have his ghost walk up, so he could have just went in there and just ambushed him.
14,000 damage versus 3,000 damage. What is that? 50 mega pickups. That's
gotta be. That's not right. The math there is wrong.
That doesn't seem right. No.
No.
Oh wow.
You got a little bit of a addition problem.
All right, we're through with Blood Run. We're gonna go into a map that I'm sure will be a lot faster. I mean, Blood Run's been one of those maps where actually you do see a lot of those situations occur where they're trading items, they're trading damage. It's difficult to push somebody into a trap situation. It's gonna happen at the top of the stairs. It's gonna happen in the upper armor room. But other than that, you need to be right on top of your opponent. Jeez.
Man.
Yeah.
That was a marathon. But hey, you know what? You got to give him credit. You got to give Dewey credit. He just showed some great patience and really just kind of wore Chance down. And Chance, I'm sure, was getting a little frustrated. I mean, how could you, and you make some plays that you're not supposed to, and there you go. I mean, I'd be surprised if Chance doesn't come back with a corrupted key pick right now. Keep things like really
clutch,
keep it
skill
really
bearer,
tight.
visor.
Well, yeah,
we're not doing this.
Yeah. We are not doing one of these big maps again. We're gonna go into the cage right now. So.
As much as we're making fun of it, again, it was all about the fact that Chance was respecting the fact that if he tries to just plus forward against Dewey, Dewey's gonna have an answer. And so with Chance's champ picks, he really just had to go as defensive as Dewey was and make the hits happen. But Dewey, for whatever you want to call that style of gameplay, he was better at it at that point. Took a while to prove it, but he got the telefrag and he got the trap on Chance a couple times there. So gonna have to see if he can make lightning strike twice here and prove that he's a consistent and flexible enough player to go into the playoffs. We'll see. Blood Run is a way different story than any other map, but we're going to go into the next matchup here. No breaks from us, as much as I just want to collapse into a heap of putrid flesh. We still have at least one more map here between Chance and Dewey, but I'm pretty assured that it'll be a little bit different as long as it's not Blood Covenant. If Chance picks Blood Covenant, I might get mad.
We're gonna get angry over here.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
not angry.
I'd be surprised if he goes to a bigger map like that. I want to see some corrupted keep.
I'm waiting with bated breath here. Oof. I mean, you think we're exhausted? They've got to be pretty winded at this point. That is a lot of focus to maintain for a long time.
It is. Like I was mentioning, it reminded me of the old 20-minute matches we used to do. Those things were
totally
just straight endurance runs.
Yeah.
So it was draining. It was draining watching, trying to keep up with everything. So I could imagine playing.
Just trying to stay very, very silent. But I like the fact that, that was an extreme example, sure, but I like the fact that, slowing down and walking and going silent is kind of back in Quake. I mean, that was a reason that a lot of people had problems with Quake 2, Thresh included, actually, was having footsteps in there. So seeing players toggle that and change up the styles, we're really getting a lot of texture out of these matches. I mean, we've seen matches that have been over in, a minute flat, and we've seen matches that have gone on for, half an hour.
Yeah, the issue though is, he's doing well. Like I said, Chance probably could have maybe read him a little better. That's the one thing. The only thing you can really do to somebody who's walking around is, one, Chance was trying to do that. He was using mobility, and so he's taking more control of areas around the map. But I think he failed to recognize at any point in the game where Dewey was really hanging out. Dewey because he can't get around very fast without making a lot of noise. So he'd move from point to point and then just hang out that area. And I think maybe a little more tri-bolt usage, perhaps around those corners, because the tri-bolt has a nice, splash, and it pushes you around and really throws you off of ledges. And maybe he could have just done a little more in that regard. He did catch him a couple times, just guessing he recognized that Dewey was doing that, and he would just walk around the corner. No, I'm just going to throw a rocket around this corner just because, and he'd get a hit.
Yeah.
And so Dewey was playing that kind of game on him, and I could understand, like, having experience on Blood Run, it can be very frustrating when somebody's playing that kind of spoil the action kind of game, but you just got to stick with it and just keep playing your best and just try not to.
And they did. That's exactly the way it went.
Yeah. Yeah, you just don't want to do what he wants you to do just because you're getting frustrated or you want the game to end. You're trying to win too, so you do what you got to do.
It just became obvious at that point that what Dewey was really looking for was that Dire Orb Telefrag. And, you got to give it to his consistency and persistence. See? He got it. And,
yeah, it took
I
a
really
little while,
wasn't
but he
expecting
got
that,
it.
took a while.
So
Yeah, you're right. All right.
We'll see how it goes here.
It's going to be Ruins of Sarnath. Yeah, I mean, taking away armor for free here is going to be a rare occurrence unless you do, and this is where the map is really neat. I mean, it's a really risky item to pick up, but it's all about the fight before the armor. It's about the fight before the mega. That's what gives you the ability to get a bit of a stack advantage and not make every single item a horrible, horrible, grueling fight. Here we go. So what do you think coming into this?
I don't know. After that one, that really kind of threw a monkey wrench into my prediction. Was the whole tournament experience speech. That sounded great and everything, but it's not working out that way so far. So we'll see how Chance comes back and adjusts. I'm wondering if Dewey throws him off. Maybe he just plays completely different. He slowed him down on Blood Run. Maybe he speeds him up right now and catches Chance off guard. I'm not sure what he has up his sleeve. Yeah,
the opportunity to go Ghost Walk and catch an Anarchy is pretty nil here. Or relatively nil. I mean, you just have a lot more space to deal with. You're going to see a lot more of these rails. It's like, okay, Nyx goes Ghost Walk across Mega. I mean, that'll be cute. And so if Chance is feeling pretty confident on his rails, this could, be a much faster match. I don't want to jinx it.
Round begins.
All right.
In 3.
So Dewey's definitely going to go Nyx right away. That's
Round 1.
clearly
Fight.
his champion of choice. It looks like Chance also went Nyx at the start.
Yeah, a bit of a quiet start there as they're trading around weapons and routing, trying to get some bearings on each other. In fact, it looks like nothing has changed since Blood Run. But no, there's the rails, and at that point, there has to be some recovery there. I mean, Chance is even going paranoid, expecting there to be a Ghost Walk from Dewey. He's able to get the Mega, however, and now it's just going to be a hide-and-seek game. Well, thankfully for us, we can seek a little bit better than Chance can by way of our
you can
lead
hear
attacks. Yeah.
Chance uses Ghost Walk. You can still hear the teleporter noise, even though the person's Ghost Walked. So that's why he had that reaction the way he did.
All right, but Dewey was actually hanging out back over on the stairs. And the more that you see Chance is throwing out rockets, like, all right, where is he? Well, fine, as long as he's not taking my item. Dang, but he ends up taking a rocket anyway. That's the uncanny thing here, is that Dewey can just leave up the item, but then just smack him with a rocket or a rail coming out of it.
Little fortunate, got out of there with that heavy armor. He happened to grab it, right after he got hit and was able to Ghost Walk, so he's in decent shape.
Yeah, I'm not sure where... I mean, there are counters to Nyx. I mean, I think Chance was looking for that counter before deciding on Sarnath. I'm not sure if Nyx is the best counter to Nyx. I mean, there are things you can do. You can certainly counter the Ghost Walk with another Ghost Walk, but it doesn't lead into a sure bet very often.
I think Visor's certainly a good pick. The counter in Nyx, obviously. I mean, and even to some degree Clutch. But if they're not that great with, the champion, and remember we were commenting earlier about having versatility of champion choice,
yeah.
Based on map and situation. It could pay dividends for you if you're well-rounded versus focusing on 3 champions or 4 champions.
And assuming Chance goes forward here, I mean, I'm sure all of his opponents are looking at how he's reacting to a Nyx and taking some notes. So you're right. You do need an answer for all those situations, and it needs to be a pretty decisive one. Oh, Chance just goes right past Dewey, but again, pulling a chance there as the rockets go wide. And Chance ends up getting the better end of that fight, really.
Yeah, he came out of that unscathed. Dewey's not in a good shape right now. Sneaking around very
for all
oh my
the
gosh.
places to like stand and look for somebody, that's not it. That corner is so so exploitable. So it's going to be Dewey taking that frag.
Okay, one, you know, Dewey was taking a big risk just standing there, but a little, again, that I'm wondering how much of the previous map and that whole thing is getting to Chance a little bit.
Oh, geez, that rocket, it even connecting at all is a little bit of a miracle. I mean, Chance didn't have a rail. He didn't really have a good reason to be up there, other than the hope that Dewey wasn't actually waiting for that shot. But as we've seen, Dewey is willing to wait quite a while for these shots. So there's armor taken. You can hear Anarchy up top. Dewey's expecting him down
and
the
again,
jump
Chance.
pad. Nope, he's coming back into LG. But you can see that Dewey was making sure that he was getting behind the corner before Chance had an opportunity to dive in on him. As fast as Chance is, Dewey's doing some good footwork here.
And Chance needs to be careful again with the champions he's chosen, or at least right off the bat, again, he's gone light. So coming around these corners and getting ambushed is really going to hurt him.
All right, so 1 minute left here, and Dewey being up the one champ has the opportunity to avoid Anarchy here. And also interesting that Chance thought that the next pick against the Knicks would be the Anarchy. Where, I mean, Dewey's rockets would be just as much of a problem. Yeah, exactly. Nice. Oh, whoa. That clutch ghost walk just to go invisible just as soon as that rail comes out. He loses out on the Mega, and this is way too risky to hold on to for 30 seconds. But it's not like Chance can take much damage either. He takes a super risky rocket jump just as Dewey's going down, and there's the rail. Chance finds him, takes him down, and I'm hoping there's a frag here in the next 15 seconds.
Oh, we're going to sudden death, baby.
Do you think Chance is going to be able to push this over? I mean, he was relatively low on health. He can take Mega now, but with 5 seconds left, Dewey can certainly hide with the Ranger. No, it might happen here. There's the Dire Orb, but there's a sudden death, and there's Dewey taken down.
He didn't get it this time. They didn't get it this time.
Making it happen, yeah. I mean, that hallway is such a nasty place to be.
Yeah, you have nowhere. You don't have anywhere to go. So, good win by Chance there.
Round 2.
I keep forgetting that it's actually sudden death overtime now. You know, you don't get that solid 2 minutes anymore. You're dead. You're done.
Yeah, that's it. First frag.
Yeah.
And Dewey kind of got caught out there. You know, he really didn't have to be out there challenging for all that stuff.
Right.
I mean, he had to ghost walk up. Right. He took the damage first and then used the ghost walk. It's like he could have just used it.
And then he stuck around. Yeah.
Full stack. Yeah, and then he stuck around to fight. I mean, I know he wanted that rail, but he should have had an escape plan for after he hit that rail.
All right, so Chance is railable here. This is super risky for him, but he managed to get the Mega. It's down to, well, railable once again. It's not going to last long on an Anarchy. Jeez, nice. Wow. Chance is taken aback by that. Like, really? That connected? Nicely done. Yeah, Dewey can find some pretty good angles here.
It's a good time to ghost walk with Mega.
Yeah. But he ends up getting knocked off. Yeah. Oh, and there's the rocket that finds him. This is where things could open up.
Good idea. Yeah.
Chance needs to be aware of this Dire Orb from Dewey. It's pretty damn good with it.
Yeah, good idea, but he came flying down there, and he missed those rockets, and he got knocked off. And good placement by Chance, to follow up and make him pay for the mistake.
And I'm certainly sure that Chance doesn't want to go another 3 minutes without a frag. He wants this thing in the bag for sure. He's very close. He's throwing off a lot of spam.
Dewey. Yeah, I'm curious how Dewey approaches this now. I mean, there's still a lot of time left, so he doesn't have to be overly aggressive early, but eventually he's going to have to change his style of play.
Alright, so there's armor taken away, and Dewey's waiting for the ambush with the Dire Orb. The Dire Orb goes wide, though, does not connect, and Chance can recover. Well, that rocket jump doesn't take him where he needs to go, but hey, there's 225s there. It's not bad. coming back up towards the top. It's 5 seconds to Mega, and Chance can technically get there in time. Dewey's going to know it just because Chance is being so loud on it. But Dewey's left it up. It's more focused on the response damage here, but that also means that Chance might be able to hold down the armor here pretty effectively. So now with the timing there pretty tight, Chance has the opportunity to just run these items.
Yeah, Dewey's really giving up a lot of map control to try to land these ambushes. And the ambushes are effective, but at some point you gotta recognize that you're trying to do a lot of damage, you know, every time you're ambushing because you're giving up so much control.
Oh, jeez. Alright, so Chance taking a dive down towards armor. There's a timing, there's the pickup. Still 8 seconds between them, not bad. So he can use these next 20 seconds to look for some damage on Dewey. Dewey's going to be pretty quiet, though. He's going to be down below. Chance to hear him. Oh. Just wondering why he didn't immediately spam down towards rail. Alright, but 1 second to Mega, and yeah, Chance leaving it up. He ends up getting a rail off of him. So that's somewhat worthwhile. Chance is railable, but so's Dewey here. I'm sorry, he's not railable. He's got a little bit of armor there. Oh, geez, great damage coming out of Chance.
Oh,
now he's
hurt.
got to be feeling like, all right, I can push this, I can tilt him, I can finish this thing off. But look how sneaky he is. But you cannot be that sneaky when you're picking up the items. Dewey gonna get found under the bridge and taken on down. Only Anarchy left alive for him.
Yeah, and he had that railgun out, so Chance heard the hum and clearly recognized where he's going with a well-placed rocket there for the frag. This guy, he's command now.
Yeah, one more rail will do
Dewey's
this.
gonna be.
Yeah. Alright, but he's got some armor now. Yeah, fortunately for Chance, so does he. Coming back up 100-100. It's just a couple seconds more into Mega. And Chance, I mean, he could have taken any route to it and just pushed Dewey over. The important thing is not losing this one here. Dewey's going to show up for the fight. He's throwing out a couple rails, but not quite connecting them just yet. A lot of whiffs going here, but they're quite outside of LG range. And they're both just really eager to finish this thing off, but they're going to have to back away. But Chance was able to get that Mega on time at least, and keep the timing on armor and Mega.
They were hoping one or the other would have a heart attack from all those missed rails going by them, I think.
Yeah, no kidding. That was just way too many. I mean, Chance actually had a little bit more of a reason to stay there just because he could have taken one and getting out of there probably without risking another shot. But Dewey just immediately taking the adrenaline and going for it. He wants it, but he's not going to get it. All right,
Yeah,
so
had
that's
to make a
2-0
push,
there.
but he was running out of time. Yeah.
Prepare to fight.
Chance seems to definitely have a better handle on Dewey
Round
on this
begins
map, that's for sure. And
3,
Dewey,
2,
again, the play style
1.
change. You know, he's
Round
the
3.
map to map. You know, what may have worked on Blood Run is not necessarily going to work on Sarnath or some other map. So
Absolutely.
he's
There's
gotta
just
make
too
some
much room on
adjustments.
those items to just sneak away with them. All right, so as we get started on match point here, and actually this will tie it back up for Chance if he can manage to get this one away from Dewey. He'll be an Anarchy here. He should be rather well loaded up as Dewey's just going to be leaving up Mega for the time being. Might be popping through the teleporter to get a little bit of an oblique play against Anarchy. And Chance still doesn't see it, doesn't hear it. He saw a rocket go right past him, I'm sure. But there's Mega still taken away by Anarchy.
Stopwatch.
yeah, neither's going to be able to run both right now. So I'm just kind of, again, I'm curious to see what Dewey's got up his sleeve here, because he's got to get that first frag. With the way he's playing, I mean, obviously the first frag for him is everything.
Right. And there are a lot of matchups, even more aggressive ones, where we can say that that's probably true. But with these guys,
yeah,
it's
I mean, the first
definitely
frag.
the case.
But with his style of play is what I'm trying to get at.
Right.
He doesn't leave himself room to make a good comeback necessarily. He keeps playing that way.
Yeah, it'd be fun to see.
But he may
Dewey
not
versus
necessarily
Sang.
have to.
All right, so this should be good LG off of the jump pad, but he's going to need to follow up with some rockets here. This is barely not worth it. 32 health left alive for Dewey here. Chance is really low himself. It's going to be Dewey diving down for the armor. There's that 125, but it's such a that 25 is just bait. The one's up here a little bit
Dewey
safer.
just, unfortunately, he had a good angle there. He just missed the killing shot. He didn't get enough on him. I mean, I know he took some damage, but he was in position. Could have got a kill there. He just would have landed a little more cleanly with those rockets.
It's a good thing Dewey timed his ability there, otherwise he wouldn't have had any way off of that situation. As it stands, he's still down at 50 health. And he just, you know, had a run of the items taking away a lot there. He doesn't have a lot to recover on at the moment. Chance is not really keyed into that, though. He's more focused on getting items. He's making sure that he's finally getting a pickup of the armor. And he's not finding Dewey where he's so weak. But he's back up in a corner. There are a few ways to get out of here cleanly. Let's see if Dewey can do it. There's the Ghost Walk. He's going to dive right back into Rocket Launcher. And Chance goes the other way with it. As they both come back into Mega Health, it just wasn't worth it. I mean, Dewey, he hesitated for just a fraction of a second. And I think that's what cost him there. He might have been able to push it forward and get the Mega Health. After that, it still probably would have been messy. He didn't have Ghost Walk or anything like that. So we'll see. Tries to go for the Hail Mary on the Dire Orb. Doesn't go his way, and that could be Dewey done here on Sarnath.
Yeah, the hesitation definitely cost him, and two, just going out there to begin with is definitely not a good idea considering his stack and Chance's stack, and Chance had timing, so he was going right over there with the lightning gun. It wasn't good ground to be in. If
he didn't hesitate, if he was playing against anybody other than an Anarchy, he might have been able to make that. You could just see that, yeah, clean frag there. You could just see the little mental like hitch. It's like, do I go for this? Yeah, okay. Not worth it.
Yeah, and yeah, those little seconds, they add up, and even like you mentioned. Even if he would have got it in time, it still would have been really messy for him based on, you know, the scenario and where he was.
All right.
Something I noticed, just a quick look at the stats.
Yeah.
Lightning gun utilization by Dewey is a good map for it. And you could, if you look at Chance's damage, the way he was utilizing in that open area, you know, around Mega Health and stuff. So
yeah, not a lot of
you got to mix up your arsenal.
It was fairly low in terms of actual like fights happening there. I mean, the few that we had were pretty decisive, but it does mean that we are now tied 1-1, and we're going into another tiebreaker, which is awesome. We're not done yet, but we've also got Lavik and Jeremy after this to close us off. But I think, you know, we've seen a lot of variety in how these matches have been played. Not only, you know, split down, you know, by maps and champions, but just by play styles. I mean, even Nyx v Nyx has gone faster than that before, I think is safe to say. But we're
yeah, and I think part of the reason why his LG usage was down was his style of play, because he was just trying to set those traps with rocket launcher and stuff. So he wasn't putting himself in position to really get the most out of that weapon.
All right, let's see if anything changes here in the draft order. They both seem pretty comfortable there, and we're not seeing a lot of counter picks from Chance there. But things are changing a bit here on Blood Covenant. We've actually got a clutch coming out of Dewey. Is he going to use it first? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm thinking he's been going Nyx the whole way. I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if he just switched.
If he changed his game up.
To just Rafa, to clutch right away.
All right, Dewey and Chance. Oh man, I mean, look how much work Dewey's been putting in. Just I don't like letting numbers describe things too much, but 78 is certainly a number to have next to your name. It's been dueling a lot. All right.
Yeah, he's gonna stick with Nyx.
And Chance is sticking with the same lineup. It's actually Dewey who's changed his lineup. Yeah.
I'm just really surprised Chance didn't, you know, bring out a visor just once.
Yeah. I'm not surprised that he called Blood Covenant, though. We've seen him get a lot of defensive play on Blood Covenant before. We'll see if this is any different, and we'll see if Chance can find a good way to get fed up with Dewey's ploys and face him down. Here we go. All right, so as they start off here, going to be a little bit of a play across the map before they go for major items. It's going to be a bit 5 seconds earlier for the Mega, but it's going to be Dewey getting a decent grab of weapons, finally getting a rocket launcher and rail. Still needs an LG, but he knows where Chance is, and any opportunity to get some free damage as your opponent's on the bridge is worthwhile. But he's immediately going quiet here. Must have heard his opponent drop. Always an important sound. But he's looking the wrong way here. All right, so it's going to be Megas up. And so Dewey, it's a safe bet. He can either go for an armor that he can probably get out of. He can certainly pop out with the Ghost Walk, or he's going to assume that his opponent's going for the Mega, and he's going to go for that instead. One thing I wouldn't expect is him actually baiting this out. There, he just finally decides to go get it.
Yeah, both are just gonna go good ambush.
And mid-map, Dewey's going to be a little bit exposed down here. Still 5 seconds to Mega. Dewey's not going to be in position for it. We're going to have to see if Chance is going to be pushing in on Armor or Mega. And Dewey's actually being a little bit cheeky with his timing here, coming into the bottom of Mega, not in a way that he can really like get it. He can just trade some damage and then probably get over to the Armor for 3. But he's actually taking himself off of that as well. So he's completely, you know, not overstacked here. This is a little bit of a tactical play to at least mix up Chance's position, but we're going to have to see how the hits go.
Yeah, one adjustment I think I've noticed Chance makes, see if this continues, is that before, earlier in the matches, you know, Dewey would pop that Ghost Walk, and then Chance would kind of pop his right away. I noticed Chance is trying to save it this time and use it so for after Dewey, you know, blows his Ghost Walk ability. Because I think he, you know, realizes now that Dewey's not going to make too many aggressive plays. That's going to be a limited group of plays. So if he can make him burn that Ghost Walk in a defensive manner and just kind of, you know, save his, he'll be better served.
Absolutely. But them being both on Nyx, I mean, it's a little bit of a, you know, who's going to panic first situation.
Yeah, you just got to make him.
Tactical.
You got to make him use it first.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oof. You're looking for that rocket, barely avoiding that rail. I mean, that rail would have been a problem for him. I mean, Armor's still 10 seconds away. Chance actually has timing on it, and he could have pushed him forward there. But now Dewey's being really loud on top of the bridge. He's going to throw it out, and managed to not get hit. He manages to get one in on Chance as well, getting the frag, as we have Chance spawning up as Anarchy.
Peeking around, we were talking earlier about, you know, getting into those rail engagements when you're one rail away from death.
Yeah.
And
It's,
give Dewey credit.
makes me bite my fist a little bit, yeah. It's a toss-up. All right, so there's some decent spam. He's looking for the 90 damage rail as well. And again, also pretty risky since he is still open. He's only got the 125 there. He doesn't go through the teleporter. He wants the armor down at the bottom of the pillars. But he's just kind of taking off table scraps from the map at this point. All right, so armor's taken. Dewey didn't quite hear it, but he's hearing Chance's exit. 6 seconds to Mega, and Dewey's actually in a good position to punish here. Chance is not going for the easy route. Yeah?
I'm going to go out on a limb here and think Dewey's going to play very conservatively right now.
You might have something there. Oh, man. Oh, it's actually kind of...
Missed that one.
I'm actually a little bit sad he missed that one. That it's like, all right, he was waiting for it. But he's got to be one of the only people practicing these shots. Yeah, he's got the 2 rails, and he's going for it. There's the rocket, and Chance actually stays on the stairs, and yeah, he messed up the ambush. Ambushes are such a messy business. And with 50 seconds left, now we have Anarchy and Ranger.
Impressive.
All right, but Chance is definitely...
Hit him for 11 damage. One of those rockets there is follow-up.
Yeah. Chance has done the hurt, and Dewey has a limited window to recover here. Big armor's going to be a big part of it. And Chance is just going to have to waste some time just to make sure that Dewey doesn't get that at the very least. 6 seconds to Mega, and we're once again in the classic situation where if you want to make sure that your opponent's not going to be running these items, you have to go get them. The stack is useful for you, but it also allows your opponent to avoid the items and go into hiding, which, as we've seen, Dewey is more than happy to do. If you can find him here in 5 seconds, this drop might be worth it. He's seen him. There's the 1 rail, looking for the last one, and there it is with 1 second left.
Finish.
That is the first round going to Chance.
Yeah, this is
Prepare to fight.
again that conservative play style. You can't get too passive because he's giving Chance like everything right now, you know, on the map. So it's got to be careful doing that. There are times and places, you know, certain situations for that type of play, but making it your go-to strategy as consistently, you're going to run into problems, I think, as you move up the ladder.
Yeah.
As you can see, Chance has made some adjustments here, so I'm curious if he continues with it.
Especially if you're banking on getting out of situations, depends on that Ghost Walk. I mean, that's where you need to kind of come back to some good old bread and butter Quake stuff. Just got to watch your footwork. So, listening for the jump. He's going to see the jump, he's going to hear the jump, and he's going to get some damage on it without taking anything in return. So Chance is definitely more than eager to go for the kill at this point. There's the Ghost Walk, and Dewey's actually waiting for it.
Good.
That was so cheeky. It's like, I'm just going to Ghost Walk, and he's going to see that I'm not here, and then he's going to leave. Chance didn't leave. Really well done. And so he's already blown this match wide open.
Yeah, and there's only so many, that area of the map, there's only so many places you can really go without, unless you were going to drop down. And I think maybe Chance recognized that he's using his Ghost Walk so much, he was really going to want those hourglass items, right, to get it back up again. And so, Dewey's in trouble right now.
All right, so we've got Chance up. The only one with the Nyx alive, as it so happens. Oh, Dewey's Ranger is more than capable. I mean, he's going to be getting that Dire Orb back very, very often. But Chance is still looking for the trap, looking for the rails, and so far his rails have been on point when he has the opportunities. Good spam there. Dewey stopping just short. And again, I mean, say what you will about Dewey's play. I like that he's just not flustered by most things. He doesn't panic. He sees a rocket, he stops. He doesn't get hit by the rocket, he doesn't reveal his position.
In the end, you got to play and do what works for you.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's gotten this far, you know, and it's working for him. And he's gotten Chance in some precarious situations. And, you know, Chance has been fortunate to get out of them himself. But, you know, it's like I said, it's going into these tournaments and getting in this type of competition. It's all a growing experience. So I'm sure he'll, no matter what happens, he's going to learn and grow from this and, you know, implement some additional strategies to his game. Like, even if you can notice, he's opened it up now. He's playing a lot more open because he has to. But he might want to think about trying to incorporate that to when games are tied or when he has control and he's up one, to where he doesn't feel like he has to give up, you know, map control so much.
You know, I'm sure as things are tweaked, that will change as well. I mean, this might be a very, you know, singular situation with the state of the game. We are still in beta, of course, and things are still open to a lot of adjustment, as we've been seeing, you know, week to week, and it's been getting more interesting each week, really. I mean, Chance was on the run there for a little bit from Dewey, but he's managed to recover and avoid. And that's actually, you know, one thing going back to Blood Run is that every time Dewey has gotten that first hit on Chance, Chance has proven just as capable of avoiding the fight and getting back into it with small items.
Yeah, he goes back. He's got the turning experience. He knows he's played a lot of different people, so you can see he's kind of settling into a groove there with those nice rails.
Yeah, getting stuck there on the jump pad's no fun, but he manages to survive it. Dewey backing away. All right, Dewey's able to recover here. Chance is waiting for the armor. Again, he's still a frag up, and like you said on the last map on Sarnath, I mean, anytime you see this, it's up to Dewey to kind of stop doing what he has been doing and get aggressive and make the trap actually happen. So far, on Ranger, that's been all about him trying to set up a Dire Orb, which has been pretty cool when he can pull it off, but it's certainly not the most reliable thing in the world.
Definitely not. Again, commenting on how, you know, the players at this level, you're gonna deal with, you know, smarter and better skilled players, so they're gonna be ready for these type of tactics. You're gonna bust on them, and they may work here and there, but in the long term, consistently, it's not gonna win you too many matches at the very top.
Well, with the last 50 seconds here, I mean, Dewey giving away a few armors is certainly not going to help him. That Mega's up and being somewhat baited by Chance from one angle at least. He's going to be hearing Dewey behind him, though, and he should hear him over by LG. So there's a decision to make. Oh, no, does he hear him by the staircase? There's the hit. 83 damage. Not bad at all. And there's the jump pad. He tries to make it happen, and the Dire Orb comes out of nowhere, tying it back up with 30 seconds left to go as Dewey takes away the frag as well as Mega Health and an armor. That Dire Orb is just so deadly in his hands.
Amazing.
I thought he's rocket jumping. What does he expect to get out of a rocket? Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
Wow. That's all I can say. Especially because, you know, Chance had him red, you know, coming up the stairs, and it's just...
Yeah. Dewey went, oh,
now
you
here
rocketed
we are
me.
again.
Now I know where you are. Right. I mean... we all know by now that timing that Dire Orb is not easy. I mean, being able to get that so consistently is kind of scary. All right, so as we move into overtime here on Blood Covenants, we're down to sudden death, but Dewey's in a bad spot. He can Dire Orb back up to the bridge and take a 25, but he comes right back into it. All right, taking away a lot of these hourglasses that are on the side of the map. Should have heard the jump pad there at least.
See if he goes for this.
Chance is actually
rocket
staying up
jump.
there. All right.
No, he's not going to go for it this time.
He's like, I did what I had to do to push us into overtime. And there's a rail. That's actually going to be a big help. He's out of there. He's got the recovery, but he didn't get out. He didn't get off the platform.
Good
and
push.
that'll be Dooi getting the round. That was a
Good
round.
round. Good,
That was
good rocket
That wasn't a
jump,
map. That was a round. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that was very
Round
aggressive,
begins
but he
in
recognized, he had a good
3,
stack and
2,
landed those good
1.
rockets. I mean,
Round 3.
he's
Fight.
doing what he can. He's really making Chance work for this. That's for darn sure.
Absolutely. All right, so we're tied here 1-1. Right back into Nix v Nix. Dooi back on armor side of the map, taking away rails. No rockets for him just yet. And hearing Chance up there might decide that it's not, the safest thing to get right now. Oh, having only rails. He's not going to be long for the world if he can't get an LG or a rocket. Oh, he doesn't even take the lightning gun. Look at this guy. He doesn't want to take weapons because he doesn't want to give his position away. He knows what weapon's important. Unfortunately for him, Chance knows as well.
He actually already had that lightning gun.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, correct. That's why it was.
I missed his pickup,
It was good.
Still avoided the item pickup. Yep. Good timing on that.
Oh, nicely.
It's going to be another piece of this
nicely
is
placed.
just having a good sense of when that Ghost Walk is going to expire so you have a rocket ready to go on the defense. That's where a lot of this offensive Ghost Walk stuff might start to fade away a little bit, is where people have the timing on the Ghost Walk just enough so that they can defend themselves on it. So armor's taken away by Dooi. There's the rocket jump back up.
Yeah, they're each keeping their little side of the map right now.
As they go quiet here once again. Listening and looking for the jump pad. Chance doesn't want to give it away, neither does Dooi. So looking for him to come back into LG. It's like, oh, you're not going to commit to this jump pad. All right, this is going out the slow way and going through teleporter instead. Catching him here. This could be okay. He's looking for the rail. He gets the rail. And you can see that Chance actually didn't want to, give up his own ability there. He thought, all right, this time I think I can get away with it scot-free. Almost did. All right, so
yeah,
Dooi,
Chance still has his. Oh, he's gonna get those hourglasses. He got his Ghost Walk up again. So.
yeah. And not since Blood Run have we seen Dooi get completely behind Chance, even just kind of running at him and jumping. This could be full tilt here for Chance. Oh, that one defensive rocket might be enough to keep him alive here. Dewey's going to have to back away as his Chance.
Defensive rocket.
Yeah, massive, especially at the choke point at the doorway, keeping Dooi off his back. But it was kind of amazing that Dooi was able to just run up the Chance and go, hey, here's a rocket.
Yeah, he came flying through. Chance caught Chance a little off guard.
Impressive.
Wow.
Looking for that other rail. The number of places you can go up there now, of course, has expanded quite a bit. Got twice as many platforms as before. But 3 minutes knocked off the clock here, and Dooi has been doing a lot of the damage. He's looking for a chance at the armor, whiffs the shot, and decides it's not worth it. Yeah, going back over for Mega.
He's doing a lot of damage, but Chance has picked up 7 more Mega healths than Dooi.
Yeah, but they fade
And
away
2
so
more
fast
heavy
when it's a Nyx.
Yeah, but if you're doing damage and they're just picking up a Mega health
Yeah.
afterwards, you're really not doing anything.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Chance is recovering every single time. But there's the trap. There's the 100 damage
There we
rockets,
go.
and this could be it. Yeah, as Chance comes out of Ghost Walk, if he can't get out of line of sight, oh, Chance missing a rail, and that rail would indeed have done it. And he's able to fight him off with the Mega. So again, we see...
Oh, he hit him once.
Oh yeah? Okay.
Yeah, he hit him. Yeah, I don't know, maybe because the view I had, it definitely saw the rail go off. It hit him.
Okay. I thought it went past him.
He
All
just
right.
picked up the he picked up the Mega after that, so he's in good shape.
Jeez. But once again, we see Dooi using the Ghost Walk to, he knows that his opponent's going to Ghost Walk as well, but he does it with the right timing so that means that Chance cannot get the item. Yeah, damage notwithstanding. Yeah, I don't know how I missed that missed that hit rather. It looked like it just went off to the side. Alright, so Doi's gonna hear Chance up top. I mean, it's still 20 seconds before Mega comes back up, so there's not a whole lot for Dooi to gain here, but he's more than happy to kind of exist in the sewers of the map.
Yeah, Chance got to maybe make a read on, you know, he's going to try to roach around and like a little cockroach in these bottom areas. So maybe you can try to drop on him at the right time. But again, it makes it difficult. You got to make sure his ghost walk is down before that. So
that's definitely
he
Dewey
needs
all
to
the
push
way.
him. He needs to push him twice.
There's the rail.
Oh.
All right, so there's the pickup. I mean, it was kind of risky there, holding out until the armor came up to go ghost walk, but he's able to stay alive there, and we come back into overtime. So on this side of the map, there's not a whole lot left for Dewey to get other than hourglasses. Mega's up in 3 seconds, and we're going to see Chance right on top of it, daring Dewey to show up. It's not going to happen. There's the pickup. Oh, and there's the ambush. Dewey gets a free rocket off. But up top here, I mean, he doesn't have the option to die or orbit anymore. He's going to have to go invisible. Chance is going to just spam off on the 25 pickups and then go get armor.
Yeah, excellent rail by Chance. To kind of bail himself out, he missed the sound key and the jump across. I know he kind of thought about it, but he thought a little too late. That sound cue of Nick's double jumping over there, you got to kind of listen for that.
All right, this is bad for Dewey. He doesn't have a ghost walk here. He's going to be stuck, and with 10 health left over, it's going to take him a few pickups to get into non-railable territory. He's going to need an armor. He's going to need to drop down here, and that's something that Chance should be aware of. The only thing that's going to prevent a Nyx from getting railed off is one of the 2 armors, and if he's not at pillars, well, there's only the other one.
Correct,
Dewey got the pickup. Yeah, there's no free shards to pick up. Dewey's still walking around with almost no health here. He's finally able to stack back up. Dewey's going to hear Chance up top. Is he going to go for the jump pad? No, not worth it. Mega's going to be up, though. And Dewey...
He's running these small armors.
I mean, as much as anybody can, yeah. I mean, Mega's been up for a few seconds. Dewey's trying to gauge whether it's worth going for it. Wanting to wait long enough to make sure that if Chance goes for the Mega, he's going to be costing himself the armor potentially. Yep. Dewey might be able to get around him here. It's going to be a big fight at the rocket launcher. It's going to be a fight that both of them want to make sure that they walk away from with that armor intact. But there's the rail coming out of Dewey, looking for the last one. He's now railable himself. He has to get out of here, and he pulls out just at the right moment.
Yeah, good chance there for Dewey to push the bridge area and get a frag.
That
Good
fight
ghost
on
walk,
rocket
you know,
launcher
going
really could have
over there.
gone, you know, kind of messy. But they both knew what they wanted out of that fight. All right, but there's Mega taken away by
Big
Dewey.
fight for this armor. I'm curious if he goes for it. Now he's playing really passive. He's just giving it the chance. Yeah, he's got to do a better job of attacking when he can.
All right, so the armor's going to be up, and Dewey's looking for the 90 damage rail. Nicely done, and no fadeaway rail. But where is he going to go? He doesn't really have any place else but the rocket whiffs. I mean, that is like one of those rockets where, yeah, you hear him coming, you see him coming, but no connection. There's Mega taken, and Dewey's just waiting for it. Oh, he pops a little bit early there. We still have a Chance mid-tier. Dewey's acting as if Chance is going to be dropping on him here pretty soon, which, you know, he certainly could. Dewey hasn't been cycling the major items here for a while.
Yeah, that's definitely what he should be looking to do. Anytime he puts damage on him, he needs to start looking at these lighter items, 'cause it's pretty obvious that's where Dewey is going. He has nowhere else he's going. But it's difficult because then maybe you go down there and then Dewey switches it up on you and goes steals, you know, a mega health or a heavy armor. So Chance just needs to try to track him. Oh, there he is.
Chance was looking for it this time. I mean, they've done this so
Yeah.
often with each other that it's like, okay, rocket launcher, he's going to be behind the corner. They've had so many of these little trades. What?
Ooh,
The
they
fact
hit
that
each
both
other.
of those rails connected, those were like complete vertical flicks. Really well done. Dewey is, yeah, he's going to depend on this armor, but he's going to need more health. And once again, I mean, Chance, just because he's also playing a Nyx, has to back off and get some stack items. All right, so here comes Ghost Walk back for both of them most likely. Dewey's still a little bit weak, but he, like you said, he's cycling the small armors much more effectively. And that gives him just enough of a leash to escape some of these fights from Chance. Not much more than that. I mean, with Nyx, you're not going to be getting much more than that anyway, even if you are cycling the items. But the fact that Dewey's been able to consistently get back to these small armors without Chance punishing him has really been extending the game here.
Yeah, I mean, even here, it's like, so it's hard to do though, because the ghost walk and Dewey's not exactly making it easy. He's really kind of spoiling the offense from Chance, and really forcing him to run into stuff. So it's just really defensive play from both guys, and you know, Chance obviously doesn't want to, like I said earlier, doesn't want to give him, you know, a freebie and just run in there. So you do what you got to do to try to win a match, make some adjustments, and hopefully make a good read on your opponent and get that frag you need.
Though we've now seen 3 maps where Chance's response to Dewey's Nix is another Nix, and that I think is definitely going to inflate the encounter time a bit. I mean, especially with how conservative they both are.
Yeah, they're both sitting there more or less waiting for their ghost walk to come back up before they engage. I really would have liked to see a visor from his side. You know, ghost walk, fine. I'm gonna use my visor ability.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch, you know, see you the whole way.
Right now, if you ghost walk off of another Nix's ghost walk, it sort of makes it an even situation, unless there's an item up for play. I mean, visor can actually counteract that and turn it back in his favor. Nice rail coming out of Dewey. We're going to see Chance actually not moving there. Again, just a lot of really sly play. But Chance is... he's not going to be able to get away from this. He was up there a little bit too long. Dewey's going to know he's nearby. By the teleporter even. Didn't hear the play through the teleporter. He's actually looking for him down below this time. Still a long time before Mega comes back up, but they're not really playing for the items at this point. They're playing for frag positions. But at will, Dewey can go back and get that armor.
Yeah, he just picked that up. He's giving up other stuff though, 'cause he's playing so passive. Even when he, you know, seems like he's going to get control, he never really has control because he's giving up one of the major items.
I mean, both of these guys are incredibly proficient at hitting their shots. As I say that, of course, he whips a rail coming up the stairs, which is where you want to hit your rails, but Dewey's stuck down at the middle, and this time, Chance doesn't get the fadeaway shot. But Chance didn't take any damage in that fight. And so he saw Dewey going for the lower small armor, and where's Chance? Well, here he is. There's the rail right before the ghost walk. Oh, jeez. So they're both without ghost walk for now. Chance is low. Dewey can actually take a rail, so yeah, Chance has no incentive to be in this fight. Oh, but there's the trap. But, you know, once again, we have the ghost walk. But how's the counter ghost walk play going to go? Can Dewey actually get out of here cleanly?
Yeah,
Short
Chance
answer,
has
yes.
a good opportunity right now. If he can just kind of make a good prediction on where he is and come around the corner ghost walked, you know, Dewey won't have any clue, and with how slow he's moving.
All right, so big fight here on the on the railgun, and they both just kind of commit to the fight, and Chance, taking very little damage after picking up both Mega and armor, ends up taking the round. So this is now the opportunity for Chance.
The other thing, I think Chance was doing good. He made a good adjustment by, you know, realizing he needed those hourglass pickups because he's using his ghost walk. He's really depending on the ghost walk, so you know, check out those hourglass spawns too, especially the triple there underneath the rail, and the other 3 underneath, you know, pillars.
Dewey's actually starting Ranger here. I mean, he's going to be going for the Dire Orb again, which I don't want to discount, but they're both looking at that rail, and there's the rockets. Oh, geez. Dewey, I mean, just by having a little bit of a bigger stack and having the Dire Orb available, might be able to do something about Chance here.
Yeah, as we've seen, one frag with these guys is going to be a big difference here. Yeah. So whoever can get...
Mega's going to be up. Armor's going to be up. And Chance is avoiding both of them at the moment, trying to figure out which way Dewey's going so he can grab the other. But at this point, that might rob him of the ability to get either. Dewey's just walking on downtown towards Mega.
A little bit of a misplay there by Chance.
Yeah, when you have both these guys playing like this, it's not like you can just cycle the items and time it unless you've actually gotten both. There's going to be a lot of misinformation about when they're coming up.
Impressive.
Oh, what a close range rail, though. And he's going for the Ghost Walk. There's the Dire Orb to get Ranger out of there as Dewey survives that with railable health. Chance is doing a little bit better off at this point as he's trying to fight him off with the Mega. That Mega going to Ranger would be a huge missive for Chance. But Dewey's completely gone at that point.
Yeah. But it evened it out. You know, Chance didn't really have the items. Now he's got one. So right now, both of them each have a major item. So whoever lands that first good shot right now, just like that.
Is Chance taking this one aggressively? I mean, you've got Dewey on the bridge now, stuck down to the stairs. He's going to be able to take health. Top of the stairs, coming back over to the rocket launcher. Has chances going back over for Mega. Alright, so that's somewhat worthwhile as, yeah, small armors on Nyx end up doing a pretty good deal once he can get that Mega in hand. Should expect to play through the teleporter, though. Nice reaction, but there's the Dire Orb. Man, every single time. He's just so deadly with that. So Nyx is down. Now we have Ranger and Anarchy. Chance is saying this game, it's your game, man. You decide how it goes.
Right. You can tell he's trying to make that close range play, and it's been working out for him.
We still have.
But it's interesting now because yeah, he doesn't have Nyx right now, so.
Alright, but he goes Anarchy instead of Ranger himself, which is interesting. I mean, he's obviously feeling a bit more confident there, but it's going to be about holding on to the stack here because so much of this match has been dictated by, alright, we've both eaten a rail, we both got to go recover. Having somebody who can eat a couple rails and keep the fight going forward would make such a difference here. Oh, but Dewey is just eating these rails. Can he get out of here? Some of these close-range Dire Orbs don't really guarantee you a clean escape. That's something that Chance has a much better opportunity for.
That's where him being passive really cost him there, because it's like he tracked Chance going up the stairs, and it's like, well, he didn't want to use his Dire Orb, so to reposition, he didn't want to rocket jump. So what exactly was his plan? You know, standing down there, and the plan was to eat some rails apparently.
Really solid rocket against Chance there. He's only at 75 health now. Dewey's looking for the shot around the corner. Chance is not going to give it to him as he's back over towards armor, which means that if Dewey can get back over there in time, he has an opportunity, or could play the safe card and go up for this Mega instead. He's going to keep his back to the Mega and go for it. Maybe. He's still looking for Chance to show up, though. He's daring Chance to show up.
Surprised he hasn't gone for that Mega yet.
Well, he can create like a 15-second delay between armor and Mega. So this is where Dewey has an actual chance to cycle the items.
He's good. I mean, he only has about 30 seconds left. He doesn't have to push anything.
Nope. But you know, Chance will try here. So he's got to
do something aggressive.
So he created a timing situation where he could have cycled the items, but if he wants to stay in charge of things, it's got to be as quiet as he can. And we know that Dewey can be. There's the rail out of the teleport, though. Not sure if he needed to move through there to get back to where he wanted to be. He just did a circuit around the bottom of pillars, essentially. He's plus backing really hard here, trying to take the Dire Orb the other way. Uses it to juke out against Chance, but Chance is going to be mad now and will be evening things up. 5 seconds left. If Chance can find him on the spawn, it's going to be a Nyx. No, Chance. Nyx is going to be on the other side of the map. Hey, found him. And yeah, if you can find your opponent before they can get weapons, or even before he can react on the ability, that'll make short work of him. So Chance is calling GG there. And we have it 2-on-1. What a series, guys. We made it through. Oh, we did it.
That was a heck of a match.
Oh, wow.